Let me open any example. Okay. So normally see, most of the times you have to use list only. But when you are going to use map, that is the confusion. Let's take here trigger to prevent the deletion of account if it is already having one child contact with it, right? In this case, okay, in this case, suppose you are writing here, I mean, you are storing the account IDs in this particular variable SEC IDs. Based on that, you can either take out the list of account records either in a map or in a list. Suppose you are taking those records in a list. Okay. Like select ID name, select ID from context from account, where ID in SEC IDs, and you are getting a list of account record. Right. Now you are looping over that SEC list. So you are writing simply account SEC list. I mean, this main list. Now here suppose the list you are getting, that is AL. Let's take the variable name is AL. There, how will you know? Okay, how will you know that from this SEC list, suppose from this SEC list you are having only one account record, okay, or two account record, okay, and here you are querying the record from database, okay. How will you make sure that the particular account record you are looping over this SEC list, okay, that is containing the same ID from this particular list? I mean, here also you can take out list, but list only contain the records in it. But while map, it is having the record ID that is beneficial for you. Okay, like here in this SEC list, suppose for the first time you are looping over the list, you are getting the account ID. Based on that account ID, you can access the record easily. I mean, because you are having an identifier, you can identify a person by using their record, I mean, their roll number. Similar way, here in the map, you can easily uniquely identify one particular record by using the record ID. If you are using list, generally you have to use list only. So that's why I mean, we use list only. Okay, but why here I have to use map? Okay, normally suppose here in the query I'm returning only list of account instead of map of ID account. In that case, you tell me how you are going to take, I mean, how you are going to make sure that the account record you are looping over this, I mean, the particular account record you are getting from this SEC list, okay, having the same ID or having the record from this map, from this list. How can you make a comparison between two lists? How you are going to do that? Suppose there is a particular list containing one account record, there is another list that is containing same account record. How you are going to make sure those same, I mean, those records are equivalent? Do you have any way? I could.
Uh, if we like create sets instead of lists, we will have only one IDs.
No.
You said
On ID only we are querying. Yes, you are right.
Yes.
Correct. That's what you are doing. That's what you are already doing. You are storing the set, and based on that particular SEC IDs, you are querying the records from database. Now, suppose you are getting the list of account records. Okay, list of account records you are getting. Now, how you are going to make a comparison between this list and this list? How you are going to make sure that the record you are inserting here is the same record already here? How you are going to make sure? You cannot. You need that only a map can give you, because in the map only or whatever we call so-called key, right? That's how.
Yes.
But now let's take one example where we are not using.
This is valid only for when we get data from a database, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Here, let's take this example. Okay, one example I think I got missed over here. That one I have to upload. I'll do that. Okay, let's take. This is the particular example I have given you. I've shown you.
Yes, we did this one.
Yeah. Now this particular record, in this particular example, why I am using list here also I can use map, because here with the particular account record I do not have to find something. Here you just have to update the parent from child. So from the child you can get the parent ID. Based on that you can query from database and you can simply update those records. Here you don't have to make a comparison between them. But if you see here, the prevent deletion of account, you have to get the associated parent.
Okay, if we have to find a data, so we have to use math.
Yes, I mean, see, whenever you have to identify something, like suppose
Okay.
in general something. Suppose from the contact record, you have to find the parent ID, and based on that, you can query the records from database and you have to update the all records same way. Now, suppose from the child, you have to get the parent ID. Now, you have to update the value from the specific child to the specific parent, or from the specific parent to the specific child. That means what? You need a find. You need a find. You need a relationship. You need a key by which you can uniquely identify, okay, this parent contains this child or this child belongs to this parent. How you can do that? Using list you cannot, but using map you can. Because if you see in the map you have that ID. First of all, in the child you have that parent ID. Like for a contact it is account ID, for opportunity is account ID, right? If you see for custom object, let's take for student, it is department. So that ID, I mean here the association, like you need a unique identifier by which you can easily identify, okay, this is related to this. You are not in general doing something. Whenever you are in general updating every record same way, all records should have a same value true. But whenever you need something like from the child, let's check in the contact, you called phone number. That phone number you want to take out and you want to make it to, I mean, you want to push it to parent account record. That means what? Here, the particular child phone number you need, right? That is fine. That is fine. Child phone number, you have to reflect it back to your parent account as well. So here, how you are going to make sure which contact belongs to which account? How you are going to make sure that? The map is the only way. But if you kind of approach like where you are checking, let's take if a particular contact phone number is updated, you want to update all account to, I mean, you are want to update all those accounts to is active equals to true. That means what? Here the true value is not depending upon the child value. You can just check the contact phone number field is updated or not. You can take out the account ID. Based on that, you will query from database and you will update all those account is active to true. But if you have to reflect that contact phone number to your account phone, okay, then you have to find the association, right? Which contact belongs to which account? Suppose contact 1 belongs to account 1, contact 2 belongs to account 2. Now contact 1 phone number has been updated. So if you are only taking out list, in that case, what will happen? If the contact 1 is updated, you will update the contact account 1 as well as account 2. Because you are not aware how to get association. You are not aware how you will get the association between like account 1 belongs to contact 1. So you will be updating only account 1. But instead of that, what you are doing? You are updating account 1 as well as contact, I mean account 2. Because you are not sure how to get the association. Map ID or map identifier gives you that particular association, that identifier by which you can uniquely identify, okay, this particular contact belongs to this account has these contacts. Every example you see where I have used map, I have taken out some kind of map dot get some find ID. That's why I need map.
Okay, I'm aware of.
I mean, how to use it, that's a matter of practice. That's a matter of practice and time. It will not take you much time.
Okay.
At the beginning, it is like hitting you a little bit, but it will not hit you much after some point of time. You will easily get, okay, you have to use a map or set or list. You will easily get. Generally, we use set to store variables only. That's not a question, but you will be easily getting that. Clear, right?
Yes, it is clear now. Thank you so much.
Good. Now we'll see another example of Apex trigger today. That is a very important example. That is your, before that, let me create the material. What is the date today? August 1. Trigger and governor limits also I'll be asking. And I'll go into synchronous Apex.
Sumi, how much of Apex for development we have seen so far?
For sessions.
No, I mean for development part. So
See, in the development part, for backend, I need at least 2 hours today, 2 hours tomorrow,
okay.
day after tomorrow, 2 hours. By next week, Sunday or Monday, like that, your backend part will be completed. I will complete the backend part. I need at least 8 hours, not 8, at least 10 hours to complete your backend part. And then in the front end, how much I need? At least 18.
Okay.
So in total, 28 hours is gonna enough. 28 hours is yeah, that is enough.
Okay.
Okay, let's quickly start. So here, today we are going to see any particular trigger. Let me check for any Apex trigger is there or not. I will utilize that. Okay, there is a trigger called con trigger. Let's use that. Okay, so this is a particular trigger that I am having. Handler with it is con trigger handler.
Sumi, can you please like type from from 0?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Clear.
Sometimes it confuses me.
Okay.
Let me do the same with you.
So this is a basic trigger, right? Simple trigger, and this is a particular Apex class having 2 methods. One is M1 and one is M2.
Okay.
Simple, 2 methods, M1 and M2. Okay, so this is my trigger. This will be calling the handler. Okay, beforehand, let me go to the contact object and let me check something. Basically, today we are going to see how to create rollup summary field for your lookup relationship. In the contact, I just have created one field, that is amount. So you will be doing that as well. Amount is a custom field on the contact object having a currency of 16,2. On the parent account, I have created 2 fields. One is total contact and total amount. Total amount is a field that is of type currency, and total contact is a field that is of number.
Should I do the same?
Sorry.
Should I do the same? Like, should I
Yes.
create a
Yes.
total amount?
Yes.
Okay.
In the contact object, you will create a custom field called amount of type currency. And in the parent account object, you will be creating two fields. One is total contact of type number and total amount of type currency. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a rollup summary field. If you remember the rollup summary field, that is only possible in master data relationship, where we can count the number of child in the parent account, parent object, or we can also get an aggregation, maximum, minimum, summation of all the child field into the parent. We have already seen that in our admin part, if you remember. But we are
Yes.
like in the lookup relationship, we cannot create any rollup summary field. But that is partially true. Why? Because as an administrator, you cannot do that. As a developer, obviously you can do. That is by using a trigger. But this trigger I have to create on which object? This trigger I have to create always on the child object. So for our example, I am taking account and contact relationship because that is the ideal lookup relationship standard. Now, on which scenario this event should be triggered? First of all, if you see here, based on the insertion, deletion, undelete, and updating operation on the contact, you are going to reflect some changes on the parent account. You are going to do something in the parent automatically. That means obviously it has to be a after save trigger. Now, if a contact is inserted, contact number should be increased. If a contact is deleted, contact number should be decreased. If a contact is undeleted, that means it is restored, then contact number should be increased. And if a contact is updated, suppose the contact account ID field is updated, you are changing the parentship. In that case, for the previous parent, contact number should be decreased by 1, and for the new account, contact number should be increased by 1. Clear this part? Or any query?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay.
No, it is
So
clear.
here, which scenarios I should take? Insert.
After insert,
Then
after update.
After update, good. Then after delete also.
After delete.
Contact should be decreased, and after undelete.
After undelete.
Okay. Now here I'm checking if trigger dot is after, and under it I'm checking if trigger dot is insert or trigger dot is undelete. So here, if you see, basically if you see, it is very clear. On the first day on the trigger, I have mentioned you, like for undelete and for insert, both operation we use trigger dot new. Because for insert also new record is getting inserted in database. For undelete also, the data is old, but for database it is new set of data. That means I can reuse my same method. Is it or not?
Yes, it is clear.
Now suppose if it is a delete scenario, for delete scenario also I'll be using same method but with trigger.old. And here the question is, how can I use the same method for my delete scenario as well? Here, how can I use my delete scenario? Same method. See, trigger.new means new list of contact that you are trying to insert in database, and trigger.isDelete means old list of contact that you are trying to delete from database. That means the context is different, new contact, old contact, but ultimately both are list of contact, right? That means I can reuse my same method. At least for this scenario, remember this, for undelete, insert and delete, you can reuse your same method. Though here trigger.old means list of contact going to be deleted, and for the previous case list of contact going to be inserted. So the context is different, but ultimately for Apex class, it is list of contact that may be deleted or may be inserted. That's it. And for update, there is no other choice. We have to give 2 always, because here it is having 2 parameters, trigger.new and trigger.old map. trigger.new contains the updated contact record, and trigger.old map contains the existing contact record before update, right? So currently in the C list, you are having those contact record either to be inserted in database or to be deleted from database. That means here in this case, I can write set of ID, ACC IDs. Why? Why I need the ACC IDs? I could, because ultimately you have to update the parent account records, right?
Yes.
And here the relationship is lookup. That means what? Here I can look over this. I mean, I can look over this particular C list and I can check if C dot account ID, then what shall I check? Not equal,
Now.
right? Yeah, if it is not equals to null, then only inside of ACC IDs I am going to add that account ID. That means currently in the ACC IDs you are having those account records, those account record IDs where the child contacts are getting,
they have a parent,
or deleted or undeleted. Clear?
Yes. Yes, it is clear.
Now I am creating a blank list of account. Let's take AL, new list of account, creating a blank list of account. Now how can you get the child, I mean, number of child contact? You are already aware from the past. You remember, you are already aware from a parent. How can you get the child number of contacts?
We can track with by using IDs.
Yeah, by using IDs,
account,
the data from database, no issues. But how you are going to, what I can say, how you can get the child contacts for a specific account?
We can look through the C list again.
You are already one example as well.
Yes, we did same example. I remember that one.
Subquery. Account ACC, then select ID,
total contact.
The field name, let's check total contact. Then what I can write here? Subquery. Select
subquery.
Contacts, and here account, where ID in what? ACC ID.
ACC IDs.
Now, can you tell me how can you get the child number of contacts? I mean, can you tell me, like, first of all, how can I update? I mean, what shall I follow? What approach shall I follow so that I can update my account records? For every update,
we can create another.
Yeah, going another instance of account.
Yes. Another instance
equals to new account A dot ID equals to
equals
ID and A dot total contact.
We should do ACC dot total contact.
Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, I know you're there. I mean, just asking, like, you should be aware about this. Like, how can you get number of child contact? If you remember on the first, well, I've seen that.
I remember ACC
dot contact dot size. Yes, so that will return you what? Total number of child contact, right? Then
yes,
inside of that particular list, al dot add, I'm going to add that A. Then outside of the for loop, what I will check? If the list size, if it is 0, then in that case, what we are going to do? We are going to update that AL in
update.
Correct?
For update and insert, we can use same thing, right? As you said.
Yeah, same logic you can use.
Instead of
Same logic you
update.
can use.
Okay.
I mean, this is clear.
Yes, this is
This
cool.
part clear.
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool. Then let's move. What do you want me to explain again?
Can you explain the subquery? Select
Yes,
ID
sure.
from contact.
Yeah, suppose this is the query I'm writing. Same query I'm writing, just forget about the condition.
Okay.
This is returning what? Contacts. Contacts is what? It is a list of contact. How can you this contact? I mean, how many contacts are there? 1, 2, right?
2, yes.
So basically, how can you get a particular list size? By using size method.
Correct.
See, this contact is nothing but it is a list of contact under ACC.
Okay.
I'm writing what? ACC dot context dot size. Same
This is
will be there
okay.
yeah, same logic will be there in my update scenario, but with little bit difference. I'm copying it, but I cannot reuse. Why? Here I need 2 IDs. And why so? Suppose you are updating the contact parentship. Let's take previously the contact was having parent as account 1. Now you are updating the account ID of that contact to account 2. That means what? For the previous account, contact number should be decreased by 1. And for the new account, contact number should be increased by 1. Suppose you are updating the account ID field in the contact. You're getting me, right?
So yes, so you decrease it from 1 and you're adding to another one.
Yes. So here check multiple conditions, like if c dot account ID not equals to null, and then cmap dot and c dot account ID not equals to cmap dot get c dot ID dot account ID. That means if the account ID field is updated, then in the ACC ID is 1, you are going to store what? C dot account ID. C dot account ID will give you what? The updated account ID. But you have to store the account ID also. For that one, I have taken these ACC IDs too, where I am going to store that old account ID. Where you can get the old account ID? Simply from here. First of all, understand this one and let me know you are able to catch it up or not. If you are updating the contact account ID, in that case, the updated account ID you are storing in the ACC ID is 1, and the old account ID you are storing inside of ACC ID is 2.
Can you please explain line 27?
Suppose today 2 rooms are there, each having 5. Now from room 1, I am kicking out 1 person and sending to room 2. So how much people will be there in room 1? 4. That means what? 1 person has been decreasing, isn't it?
Yes.
And that person is moving. That means what? In room 2, 5 plus 1, 6 person will be there. Clear? So this way,
yes, clear.
Changing, I am transferring the ownership, sorry, parentship. The previous account ID I have to store, also the new account ID. So the new account ID where you are storing in the ACC ID is 1, c dot account ID. But here what you are getting? The old account ID. The old account ID also you have to store, right? How you are going to understand that for the previous account contact number will be decreased? You have to store that account ID as well.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes, it's clear now.
Okay, cool. Now, if you see this logic, I'm writing for ACC ID is 1. That means similar way, I have to write the same logic for ACC IDs 2 as well. Same logic will be there. No difference, just different variable name. I mean, the way you are updating the new account. If you see in the ACC IDs 1, you are containing the updated account record ID. In the ACC IDs 2, your old account record ID. So you have to update the new account ID as well as the old account ID, right? That means what? You have to write this, you have to do this operation 2 times. First of all, understand it and tell me like it is clear or not. Because next part is totally different.
Wait, please let me digest.
You take your time because that, I mean, next part is like different because I can say next part is totally going to be another topic that is for agriculture.
Okay. Okay. Good. Set. Okay. Okay. It is clear now.
Sure, or do I have to explain again?
No, it is clear.
Then let's get started on this.
Can you please little bit scroll down, please? Okay, we update for both array AL1 and AL2. Okay.
Yes.
When it is update, we use this one, right?
Sorry?
Or when this one, it is delete. When it is a deletion, we do like we do this one for update and like we create two instance.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean here for updating, like what is happening for the past for the previous account, contact number should be decreased, but for the new
Yes.
account, contact number should be increased. So both you have to track. Both actually you have to track, and that's actually you're doing. Actually, you are doing by using ACC IDs 1 and ACC IDs 2. ACC IDs 1 is containing the updated account record IDs, and ACC IDs 2 is containing the old account record IDs. That's how you're identifying.
Okay.
We are good with this, right? I got.
Yes, it is good now. Just I need like a practice, then I
Yeah,
think I will
practice
get
is
used to
must.
it.
In the development part, without practice, you will achieve nothing. It's all about practice. You have to understand the concept.
Okay.
And these things, whatever
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, this is the like industrial basis code. Okay. I mean, no one in the session will tell you this because these are the like real-time implementations codes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is, these codes are going to be helpful in your near future as well, whenever you will be working for a specific company or organization. That is the case.
Definitely. I will always check your code.
Yeah. Next, this is for the total number of contacts updating or something. Now, how to get a summation of contact amount field into the parent account. Let's take, I want to get under a specific account, there are 5 contacts. Contact 1 having amount of 100, contact 2 100, contact 300, contact 4 200, and contact 5 300. So first 3 contacts 100, that means 300. Next fourth contact is 200, that means 500, and next contact is 300, that means 800 is your summation, right, of all the contact amount.
Yes.
So that 800 should be displayed on the parent account field. That is total amount. How can I do this? For this, generally we use another is known as aggregate query. Okay. So for my M1 method, I am already having the account IDs here in these SCC IDs, right? But here I am taking out another list because this is going to be different. Suppose here the list name is A list, and here I have to write the query. Now this type of query is little bit different. How it is different? Because here we use aggregate result query. Normally, this is the query. Select. You are getting what? You are getting account ID, comma, sum of amount underscore underscore C from contact group by account ID having account ID not equals to null and or having account ID in ACC IDs. Now this sum of amount, this thing I want to refer as total instead of calling it sum of amount. So I'm writing here total. I mean just a alias I am giving here. I'm just calling this amount as alias. Alias is what? Total. This name is
Total.
just a alias. And instead of calling it as sum of amount, I'm calling it total. That's it. So this query
Okay.
I'm writing from the contact object. But what kind of query it is? It is aggregate query because we are doing group by. Now, whenever you group by SQL query, the return type will be always aggregate result. The variable name, let's take, I'm taking AG. Now, from there, you have to update the account record. So, this first 2 lines again same. No, first line not same. Like I'm writing account A equals to new account because the account record I have to update. Now, how can I get the A.id? Do you have any idea? Like here currently I am having AG. So how can I get the account ID from this AG, from this variable?
ACC IDs?
Sorry?
ACC IDs or AJ IDs?
Yes, AG dot get account ID. Okay, here why I am writing get. The thing is this AG is nothing but a kind of map, or basically it is an object. Okay. So here you are having this account ID as a key. Normally how we write C dot variable, right? But here as this AG is in a map or object, you have to write AG dot get then the account ID. But still if you do that, you will get error. Here, what is the error I'm getting at line number 20? Here you can see illegal assignment from object to ID. Here, this part, ag.get account ID is giving you what? Object. And that object you are trying to store in the ID. That means what you need? Type conversion. Simply convert it. What is the another field you want to update? Total amount. And currently, where can you get the total amount? Under the AG only. I'm writing ag.get. And here, what node I shall pass? I mean, shall I pass? It's total.
Total.
So if you do that, what you will get? You'll get the total amount, sum of amount. And here, see, you are getting what? Object to decimal illegal assignment. That means here you have a decimal to get converted with. And here you can write a list dot add a. Here outside of it, you can check again if list dot size than 0. In that case, you are going to update a list.
So in here we can update like two table or like two instance or more, right?
Right?
Here you update AL or and also you update A list, right?
Yes. So if you see more clearly, AL is for your total count, I mean contact counting. It is counting your total number
Yes.
of contacts, right? And A list is more about like getting a summation.
Mhm. Can you please show on Salesforce?
I mean that example.
Yes.
Let me take one account, suppose 123 LK. Let me delete these contacts. Currently, one account, I mean, one contact is there under this account, that is this one, right? AV.
Yes.
It means total number of contacts should be 1, and this is the amount 250 under that contact record. You can check that a contact record on the side, like what is the contact record amount is, so that you can make a comparison, right? Like what is the total content, what is the total amount. See here it is 250 under the contact, and this is the account containing a single contact. So it is the total contact 1 and total amount is 250. Now let's take here, I'm going to insert a new contact. Amount I am giving us 250 again. So in that case, what should happen? Contact number should be increased by 1 and total amount should be increased by 250. That means total contact should be 2. Total amount should be what? 500.
Mhm.
Got it?
Yes.
So now same way I have to do a update scenario. Let me open another account record. Let's take, this is the test one account, which doesn't has any contact at all. So here ideally total number of contacts should be 0, total amount should be 0. That's what it is. Now here I am inserting another contact in this account 123LK. Let's take that contact is CC and that contact amount is, let's take $100. So here total number of contacts is 3 and total amount should be 600, right? Check. And this particular account doesn't have any child, so it is total contact is 0, total amount is 0. Now what happens if I update the account ID? In that case, in the ACC ID is 1. Suppose from the 123LK, you are transferring one contact to test 1. So for 123LK, contact number should be decreased by 1. Amount should be decreased. For test 1, contact number should be increased by 1 and total amount should be increased. Clear?
Yes, it is clear.
Now, what I am doing, currently this is the logic I have written 2 times. Why 2 times? Because I have to maintain for ACC IDs 1, I have to maintain for ACC IDs 2. Now here, I need this same logic again. This whole logic I need again. Why? Why I need that same logic again? Because now I have to take care about my aggregation part. I have to take care about my aggregation part. And there, like here I'm writing A list 1. Otherwise logic, okay, this logic is going to be different as well. Now I need this particular logic again. Why? Why you need this again? Because here you are doing the calculation for your total number of contacts. For previous account, for new account. Same way, for the previous account, for the new account, you have to count summation of amount as well. Right? There, I'm writing this twice. Here I am taking 2 variables. One is list of count, A list 1, new list of account. So here I'm writing A list 1, A list 2. Now here, you have got this, right? Why I'm writing it twice? I could.
Yes, yes.
Because ACC IDs 1 is containing the updated, new account record, and ACC IDs 2 is containing the old account record. Like here, 1, 2, 3 having 3 account and 1 contact I'm transferring to test 1. That means test 1 is the new account. This account ID is stored in your ACC IDs 1. And the 1, 2, 3, that account ID is stored in this ACC IDs 2. So for ACC IDs 2, that amount should be decreased. And for this logic, that is for test 1, that amount field should be increased. Here it should be increased and here it should be decreased. Let's see that as well, right? Like from this account record, let me open any contact. Let's take a last contact that is having $100. I am updating the parent to test 1. Let's do that. Test 1. Hopefully this is the account I have opened. That means what? For this account record, it should be decreased. But for this account, it should be increased. Done multiple accounts with the same name. That might be a problem to find. But logic is okay, fine. So here now the contact number should be decreased to 2 from 3, and total amount has been decreased to 500 from 600. That's for the old account. Now for the new account, see the contact has been added. That means new account contact number should be increased by 1. Earlier it was having 0 contacts, so now 1, and earlier it was having total amount as 0. That's why 100. Now tell me the logic is clear or not.
It is clear.
Is clear?
Yes, logic is clear.
So this is one of the most complex example using.
Actually, it is complex, but I get the logic.
Yes, that's what I've said. Like you are already in very good shape. As a start, you are already in very good shape. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just keep going. Okay, I guess we are already continuing since so long, right? We can take.
Yes.
I haven't noticed like 1 hour has been passed so easily. Okay, maybe we can take
Okay.
some break for 10 minutes. Then we will get started on a new topic, that is your governor limit and asynchronous effects. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Please share the code. Please share codes with me.
I mean, in chat window or like normally in the screen?
No, in screen, please.
Sorry?
In screen, not in chat.
Okay, in screen.
Yes.
Screen. Not sure the whole code will sustain or not.
Just add to the classroom.
Google.
Because it is
Okay.
very good for me. Yes, because it is very good for me to follow the code.
Yeah, I mean, normally in the Apex class, every codes has been there, right?
Yes.
I mean, I have uploaded the videos as well as the PDFs. If you check.
Yes, I did. I watched all recordings and
Good,
code as
good,
well.
great. Great, keep going. Okay, then you either practice or take 10 minutes grab. You can start again.
Okay. Okay.